Well, we're now halfway through 2020. It's incredible, isn't it? We're already given an update for the second quarter of 2020, which has turned out to be one incredibly interesting year. Think about everything we've been through. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, but I want to keep you updated on your investments and just let you know we got ahead of the market. I'm staying ahead of the market. Made some really good decisions back in March. I made a more COVID friendly portfolio. It's got all the techs, the biotechs, and all the things that really shouldn't be affected. We don't have travel and leisure. We don't have things that are going to get impacted. And we don't have a lot of energy or any of those things that are going to be impacted. So we should be able to ride this out no matter what happens. My personal opinion is that things will get a little rocky again, and then we'll come back with a recovery. But in the long run, which is what I want you to focus on, we're going to be good. Because when the market gets back to where it was previous to all the COVID nonsense, you're going to have more money in your account than you would have if this didn't happen. So it's going to be a good situation. Now let me talk a little bit about how fear versus danger controls your life. I think we have a teachable moment for all of us with everything going on in the world. It's like the world's completely lost its mind and gone crazy. And it's no different. This is literally just the news and the social media aspects of the world we live in, putting it in front of our face. The reality is, if you walk around and go here in your local area and go walk amongst people, you are not going to get mugged unless you're in the inner city and you're dealing with a specific group that is in the inner cities causing a bunch of ruckus. The rest of the country is fine. My own observations where I live. It's perfectly fine. Bottom line is this. Fear can cause you to be afraid and make bad decisions. The difference is this. Have you ever heard of a ghost injuring or hurting somebody? I know I haven't. But guess what? We're fearful of them. Why? Fear is an emotion that causes you to take actions and do things you shouldn't do. Fear is an emotion and nothing more than an emotion that controls your investments. It's why I get phone calls when markets go down like they do about, are we going to lose everything? No, you're not. It's not going to happen. So the reality is what danger presented itself. There was a minimal amount of danger. It was a short-term danger. And it was an opportunity to take advantage of a circumstance and situation, not an opportunity to run away due to fear. I was able to measure the danger. Now, we're going to have some danger. It's always going to be danger in investing. But the reality is if you stay invested, you're going to do well. There's no reason to be afraid of a ghost because it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill you. There's no reason to be afraid to invest because if you're afraid to invest, you'll never make anything on your money. There's no such thing as making money without risk. Risk is important, but the risk is really short-term risk. It's really not long-term risk. If you just give me enough time, no matter what happens, I'm going to make more money than what you had because time is going to fix all of it. So bottom line is that this was a great quarter to be able to see that what happens when people get fearful and they react. And the fact is we did the right thing. You're in good shape. And I can't wait to talk to you at the end of the next quarter because who knows what's going to happen. I think that this COVID thing is going to run longer than we thought, but that's okay. That's just part of the world we live in, and we'll adjust to it. So, all right, I'll be back to talk to you again at the end of the next quarter.